Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee with Lisa. I'm spiritual coach Lisa Hop. It is Sunday, February 13th, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me on this Sunday. I hope you had a wonderful week and that you were well overall. If you're new, thank you. Welcome. Please be sure to check out my website at lisahop.com for all about my upcoming events, all about my sessions, my work, all about me. I would appreciate it so very much. And if you're here on YouTube, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share if you will, in order, especially if you felt that you benefited, and you do benefit from listening to this podcast. Liking and subscribing and sharing is a service, so I would appreciate it so very much. It's in service of helping others. And on my Facebook page, please visit there and follow and like at Spirit Teacher Lisa Hop. It's that time of year, the time of year of Valentine's Day. So the topic today is the Conjuring of Saint Valentine. So why do I call it that? Well, the Saint Valentine's Day, or the Saint Valentine that we celebrate today, is actually thought to be at least 2 different men, if not 3 different men. We basically made them up. But it's thought to be the one who's the greatest Saint Valentine, I should say, the one that we most model Valentine's Day after, is Saint Valentine of Rome. Now, Saint Valentine was martyred back, I believe it was 276 AD. It's definitely in the 200s AD. And, well, he was martyred for trying to convert people to Christianity. And when he tried to convert Claudius, it backfired. And so he was martyred, and he is added. Well, you can visit his remains in Italy, but the whole story of Saint Valentine really started probably 200 years later, and evolved from there. The myth, the not knowing of whether or not a daughter of an important person, he healed her, and apparently he may have sent her a note that said, "From your Valentine," which was the beginning of Valentine cards. But I use the word embellishment because it is not known for sure if that ever happened. It is not known for sure if he helped young Christian couples to marry. These are all things that kind of built up the legacy, I suppose the fantasy of what was Saint Valentine. Some of you are listening and know what word I'm trying to find. Now, this very same thing happened with Santa Claus. Saint Nicholas was an actual person, very much a wonderful servant, and in the early 20th century, cartoonists made him into the Santa Claus that we know today, added the fantastical things about Santa Claus that we now celebrate. So we have conjured up the icons that we now model holidays after. Not all. I would imagine there is also some about St. Patrick for St. Patrick's Day. And why I bring this up is to bring up the point that we can deliberately create whatever we want to. And we can make up whatever person we want to. In order to celebrate the best of them or the best of a certain day. You can take Valentine's Day and you can make it your own. You don't have to celebrate it with candy or with jewelry or even with a romantic partner. Hence, today is actually, I believe it's today that's Valentine's Day. Because women out there decided to make it their own holiday rather than have a partner to celebrate with. Excuse my cough again. And today apparently I have very much a morning voice. And so, you can make it your own, just as you can make anything in your life your own. You deliberately create your life. Today, you are deliberately creating your future. What do you want it to look like? How much money are you bringing in? Or do you just want to go towards financial freedom and you don't have a set amount? What does your love life look like? And be honest about that, because sometimes people say to me during a coaching session, oh, I don't want that. I don't want a love life. I'm done with relationships. And I can tell that that's not the truth. They just don't want to repeat what they went through before. And if they could have it their way, which they can, they would ask for it and they would have specifics of what they asked for. What would you have if it couldn't fail? If you couldn't fail? How would your health look if you could have it all? This is what you are conjuring up. Now you see, the greatest, most successful people among us know this. That's why they get up early in the morning and they meditate. They visualize. They also know that they have blocks. Some of them have removed those blocks for the most part, and now there are spiritual teachers. Wayne Dyer learned how to remove blocks. Joe Vitale wrote various books, but one very successful one was about your attractor factor. To make sure that you're attracting into yourself what you want, not what you don't want. Louise Hay was a wonderful teacher about how to heal yourself from health. The power of affirmations, I am statements, and how to bring into your life whatever else you want. She built a self-publishing company and a publishing company upon the power of the law of attraction fully. These great teachers knew about working the universe, deliberately creating, but so do millionaires, multimillionaires, and billionaires, but not all. Well, all the real ones. Some don't use it to create their ideal life in order to serve others and to be free. Some use it for their own selfish concerns and harm. So that is why the powerful among us all together do know about deliberately creating your life, about conjuring up realities, but sometimes they use it not for the higher good. They use it with repetitiveness. Muhammad Ali knew the power of the spoken word, and he would constantly say, I am the greatest, I am the greatest, I am the greatest. And I am not saying he wasn't the greatest boxer, but whether he was or wasn't, he believed it, And people around him believed it, and history believes it, and commentators believed it. He conjured up his world. So, there are propaganda networks and evil leaders that will use the repetitiveness of conjuring up because they know if they say it over and over and over again, people will accept it as reality, whether it's truth or not. Now, those listening to me today are not evildoers. Well, I just don't think you are. The people who give me feedback, the people who comment on YouTube, the people that come to my office and tell me that they listen are not evildoers. But yes, evildoers do know the power of deliberately creating. They've learned it, they know it, and they've all been doing it for hundreds of years. So be very discerning and make sure that even though you may hear it over and over again, is it a truth or not? Now, as far as conjuring up your Valentine's Day or your ideal relationship or your financial picture, this is not what I'm talking about when I speak of not believing truth. They create their world, but they also harm while doing it. You create your world as well. Most of the time, the only one you're harming, if you're not doing it deliberately, is yourself. You're not in the mindset to harm others, even if you have a moment when you wish someone would get theirs. What I'm saying is before that the most powerful use creativity as weapons sometimes. But it is there for all of us to create our lives. The energy, the intentions, the law of attraction, the universe working on your behalf, whatever you wish to call it, it's there for all of us. But a lot of us don't use it. We just don't use it. I have begun to use it, and I have seen it massively change my life for the better. And I'm always perfecting it every day. And yes, the greatest spiritual teachers, the multimillionaires that wish to serve for the higher good, they use it in a deliberate way, but they also work on perfecting it every day. They meditate using it. They do neuro-linguistic programming, self-hypnosis, tapping. They're always trying to get it better and to become a better version of themselves. I work on that too every day. I was just telling a client recently that when others go to bed, that's when I go to my audios and my videos and my inner work to become better and better and more evolved at creating my ideal life, and also becoming a better teacher to help others, because that's what it's all about. Not only having your best life now, but also helping others to have their best life too, because then you get into the flow. What you put out, you get back, you see. So when you put out that wonderful energy of fulfillment and happiness and positivity and wanting to serve others, it comes back to you and people want to serve you. So it's the abundant flow. When you put out to take from others, it will be taken from you. When you put out any lower energy, it will come back to you, whether it be anger or mistrust or jealousy, rage, hate, bigotry, it always comes back to you. That's why they say a country that lives by the sword dies by the sword. Because if you put out violence, you get violence back. Now, how can you change your world? How can you change the world? By working on your world personally. Personally. Are you fulfilled? Are you the happiest? There is more than enough to go around. Today and tomorrow, you can create your ideal day. I have to say that I am not a fan of the Hallmark version, the conjured up version of Valentine's Day. I feel like it can make those who are lonely more lonely. Those who are missing someone miss them more. I think it can bring a lot of sadness to people. I think it puts a lot of pressure too, sometimes on relationships and on people, to be in that ideal relationship where the jewelry comes or the chocolates arrive or the flowers arrive. No, the universe does not want us to feel that pressure, does not want us to feel lonely. That's why it's so important to make it your own. Be loving and kind to yourself, or celebrate with friends, with chocolates and with flowers and with wine, whatever you want to do. Give yourself jewelry. I've seen that before, and that is such an amazing thing. Why wait for someone else to do it? But that can work, and it is supposed to work with every day. Every day, wake up in the morning and intend for the day you wish to have. Intended. That is what the most successful do. The wealthiest do. They get up and they intend their day. And it is magical. When you get up and you spend a moment or 5 moments centering yourself, feeling what that ideal day is like, if you're able to, envisioning it and see, which is seeing it in all the colors, in all the emotions, and all the thoughts about it, you are bringing that into your life. Then the rest of the day you have to watch that you don't nix it, that you don't have thoughts to counteract it. And anyone who is a multimillionaire would tell you that. Watch the thoughts. They should always be about what you really want rather than what is on autopilot. That is why you've heard, be careful what you wish for. You get it. If you focus on what you've come to expect or what you've learned from others, or if you focus on the negative feelings of a challenging day, it never works for me. I can't afford that. Other people get breaks. I don't. The system is rigged against me. If you focus on thoughts and feelings like that, you will get it back. You will see evidence that it is true. You will always see evidence of whatever you're putting out that it's true, because you're attracting it back to you. And so, it is very important to focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. But you have to know what you want. You have to have clarity about it. That is why lottery winners tend to expect not just a lottery win, but I expect to win 21 million. I expect to win 800 million. They have an expectation, and sometimes it usually takes them a few years of every day knowing and intending and believing that they are already a winner, that they've already gotten the money. And then one day they see the evidence that they've gotten the money. That is how you win the lottery. And then when they are aligned, when the universe and them are aligned with getting it, the numbers may come in a dream, or the numbers they've been playing just line up. Sometimes the numbers come in a dream and it still takes a few years. But it is that intention, that expectation, and that belief. And it doesn't have to come that way for them. They can get it by another source. But what you intend, you get. So watch those emotions, watch those thoughts, watch those feelings. And also know this, that sometimes when you work and work and work on those intentions and those visualizations and those affirmations, your world starts to fall apart. Sometimes it has to fall apart in order for your new world to come. So ride the ride, get through it, face the challenge. You've survived every day so far, so you can do it. But do know that sometimes manifesting money may mean you walk into work and you're fired. And you think, well, that didn't go the way I wanted. Well, maybe the universe knows you can't get where you're going by being there. It always knows what it's doing. When you are intending, it will deliver for you. It always delivers for you what you are intending. I'm going to repeat that again because it's so important. What you focus on, what you think, what you feel, what you intend, what you visualize, the universe always delivers. And it delivers in its own way sometimes. But it always delivers. So it's very important to know that it's serving you, that it is very powerful, and to go with the ride of it delivering. Now, the universe will also require that you participate. You just don't get to sit back on your couch. It delivers to you because you've been manifesting all day, meditating all day, doing your visualizations. It requires inspired action as well. So let's say you get an opportunity and it feels that that opportunity is right, that it lines up with what you're asking for. You have to take it. Sometimes, though, you'll get butterflies about that opportunity. It's a little out of your comfort zone, but you still feel it's the right one. Take it. Sometimes you get that opportunity for a move. Move. Sometimes it means that friends and family and coworkers let you down. Go with it, because heaven knows what's going on when you're not there. The conversations that are happening, the intentions that are going on with others. So it can be painful at times, our world, but go with it, because what is taken from you will be replaced with greater. It'll always be replaced with greater if you are in the abundant flow. And why do I say it that way? If you're in the abundant flow, because sometimes we cycle. We leave a job for the same job. It may be at a different location with different names, but the same employer and the same people are waiting for us. Sometimes we break up with a relationship, or it's broken up from us, and we go and get the same person. Sometimes we even choose the same first name. That is what I love to borrow it from Joe Vitale, an attractor factor. You're going to what you know instead of the upgrade. Don't cycle like that. Stop for a moment. Review. Make sure that you're clear on what you do want, not going with what you've known was comfortable for you but didn't serve you in the past. Health. Always focus on healing, on being healed, not on the illness. Unless you're doing it in a very positive, lighter way. You see, and this is not a blame game. This is not someone who has passed has done it wrong, because we pass when it's our time and no sooner. The way to heal yourself is to focus on healing. What you put out, you get back. If you focus on the diagnosis, if you focus on the symptoms, if you focus on the fear of it, that is what will boomerang back to you. It is so, that's why they say laughter is the best medicine, because it raises your vibration. And in raising your vibration with positive energy, with laughter, with belief in healing, it allows your body to do just that. Always advocate for yourself. Now, sometimes people feel better by raising money for the research for their diagnosis. That is fine as long as it makes you feel good. You see? It has to make you feel good. It actually has to make you feel great. I personally, with my health, focus for the 99.9% of the time on being healthy, on being light, on being happy. I don't focus on the fear-based stuff, on what my longevity may be, on side effects, on the information, the scientific information. Because a doctor can tell you that you have 3 months. And no, a doctor has not told me that. I'm giving an example. But I have seen it. I have seen it in this world where a doctor tells you you've got 3 months and the person lives 40 years. Because that person does not accept those words. They accepted their own words, their own intentions, their own positive belief systems. It's so important. You make each day your own. Whether it's an average work day, an average weekend, or a holiday, it is yours. And you can turn it into whatever you want. It is your canvas. You draw it. You design it. You color it. If this weekend, if Monday, you don't like your Valentine's Day, you create the next one. You create that day and you create the next one. If it is important to you, work on it now. See the ideal day for you, the colors, the feelings. Same with any holiday. Here in America, it could be July 4th. It could be your birthday. It could be the holidays in December. Whatever you wish for it to be, it is yours. I see so much people saying, I wish I could be at a beach house right now. When I see that, I always want to post, why can't you? Because I know they're stopping themselves. They could be there right now. There is nothing stopping them except the power of their own mind and the power of their thoughts of limitation. Because you see, it works out every day with the money, because money is just a symbol. It's a symbol of where you are abundantly. So if you think that you have to wait for something, well, sure, it may be possible. But if you think it's not possible and that you have to wait for a win or someone to give you the money in any way, or retirement, or luck, you're just stopping yourself, because that is not truth. There is an infinite universe, and if you ask for it, it tries to give it to you. And your job is to receive it. I don't know how it might play out, you would say to yourself, but I know I'm supposed to have it. And then you look for it. You shop for it. You ask for it. You just ask for what you can afford. And there it goes. There you have it. It's lining up for you, but you have to say yes. Now, when it comes, today is also the Super Bowl here in America. That is one area where if you have a team in the game, you can believe and intend, and you will help your team, but ultimately your team decides if they're going to win. Sports, no matter what type of sport it is always in the hand of the other will, the athlete's will. And when it comes to team sports, the team as a whole. So you can cheer, and I cheer. I have teams. I cheer for them. But you cannot be tied if they win. If it is bad for your emotional, mental, and spiritual health, because it is completely up to them if they win. And that is out of your hands. But can they feel you cheering? Yes. Can you help a little? Sure. But you are in no way in charge of the outcome. So if you have a team in the game today, wear your jerseys, eat your food, get your towels out, decorate, enjoy being in the moment that they're in the big game. But know and try not to be of anger that it's completely up to them, whether they win or not. Not even an official, not even the league, not even rituals that you may do that you think helps them. It's completely up to them. Sometimes that's a hard one. But that is free will, and we have to honor that. But back to you and your free will. You make your world your own. You're in charge. Get out that white canvas today and make your world your own. Don't depend on another person. That's why they say happiness is on the inside. Depend on you to bring those feelings, those thoughts of happiness, success, abundance, health, love into your life. It all starts with self. And back to the Conjuring. Every single thing you celebrate in this world is made up to some degree. But I am not here to be scandalous. Everything is made up to some degree. Critiqued and embellished through time, edited through time, dates of holidays, figures. Humans have played with it. And that's okay. Just know that you can make it your own in some way as well. You choose to believe whatever you want. It is your right. Remember, though, that in order to be in good karma, always say, is for myself and the good of others. If it is for the good of others, the universe, I feel, will send it back to you tenfold, if not more. And you also have good karma on your side. Good karma is, you won't get pinched for it. Always know that. And to always know there's justice in the universe, and those who are not doing it for the good of others will always get it back. Whether you see it, whether it's in your timeline or not. And that's very much been going on in this world. So I want to make a point to say that. But back to you. You are powerful. Empower yourself. You have all the tools. You have the universe at your disposal. Make it all wonderful and great. Thank you so much for joining me on this Sunday. I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful tomorrow and a wonderful week filled with blessings and the seeing of what is coming into you and the universe working in your favor. And be sure to check out my website at lisahop.com and to like, subscribe, and share on YouTube. And join me on Facebook under my business page, Spirit Teacher Lisa Hop. Thank you again, and many blessings to all of you.